And welcome back, everybody, on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Our continuing coverage of Golden Tigers athletics continue. And we're live in the halftime, chance for us to enter one of our favorite segments of our halftime show. We call it Chapter Chat. The presidents of the various alumni chapters across the country. Joined now a special guest out on the West Coast by Kristen Trigg of the Bay Area Tuskegee Alumni Club. Kristen, thanks so much for joining us.
No problem. It's an honor.
Have you here and with our coverage content Golden Tigers basketball. And you are the president of the Bay Area chapter. As president, let's give a chance for us to meet you and talk a little bit about your background and your experience at Tuskegee.
Yes, so I graduated from Tuskegee in 2015. So this year is definitely a special year. It's my 10th year at this upcoming homecoming. So super excited about that. Majored in sales and marketing at Tuskegee and worked in professional sports right after. So on the business side, so I was with the Suns and the Mercury. Followed by that, had an opportunity to join the 49ers on their premium sales team, and decided to go to business school to continue that same track to get my MBA. So I came to Cal for my MBA, and now I have the pleasure of actually still working in athletics, but on the collegiate level. So I'm sure you may have heard of the term NIL, name, image, likeness.
Yeah.
And I lead that for Cal women's basketball. And that's a little bit about me. Also born and raised in the Bay Area, so it's great to be home.
Share that with us and talk a little bit about your experience at Morehouse as a student there. What kind of really sticks out in your mind about that Tuskegee experience, you, because it's parlayed into you now providing service to Mother Tuskegee as an alumni president.
Oh, my Tuskegee experience was 1,000 out of 10. I think stepping away and getting away from home was extremely important for me. And stepping on Tuskegee's campus and being around so many students who are doing great things, leading projects and focused, and also all while balancing fun at Tuskegee was a really great experience. I think Tuskegee really taught me how was the foundation of me stepping out of my comfort zone and being a leader. And a lot of the professors and the teachers who really had my back are the reasons why I am where I am today. Huge shout out to Miss Tiombi Jones. She was my business orientation professor, who had a profound impact on my life, and we're still connected to this day. And I think that really speaks to a lot of the relationships that you gain while you're at Tuskegee. The professors look out for you, they nurture you. And I think that is what has encouraged me to want to get more students to our university.
And you're talking about your experience at Tuskegee and how much of a benefit it was for you. Who to Tuskegee? You said you were from the Bay or the Bay Area. What from that connection out west? We have students at Tuskegee from across the world. From your particular vantage point, and you deciding on Tuskegee, what led you to Tuskegee?
Yeah, that's a great question. So a lot of people ask me that, especially being from the Bay Area. I was a part of a nonprofit. It's called the Young Scholars Program, and this organization is dedicated to helping youth in underserved communities um, re- earn their way to college. And then also a big piece of the program is the HBCU tour. So I attended the HBCU tour my junior and senior year of high school, and uh, fell in love with Tuskegee as soon as I got on campus. Um, I think the history of Tuskegee, the shoulders that the students are on top of the giants that really led and trailblazed the history of Tuskegee, it really stood out to me. It felt like a family environment, and so I think my junior year, I will say I was already decided. Um, when we went to the bookstore before getting back on the bus to head to Morehouse, actually, I had maybe about 4 or 5 Tuskegee items that I brought on with me, and everyone on the bus was like, "Oh, we know where you're going. We know where you're going." And so I think that was really coming on campus and experiencing it and really feeling the essence of being in Tuskegee. Really, um, it helped me gravitate toward it.
Got through matriculating at Tuskegee, talked about your post studies as it relates to obtaining a master's, and now as chapter president out in the Bay Area. Talk a little bit about the chapter. I know that it started in the early 1980s, I believe, and went the actor. Talk a little bit about the chapter itself, revitalization you all have been engaged with out there in the Bay Area.
Yeah, so it was actually, yeah, it was reactivated in 2013 by Dr. Sandra Redmond, who was a huge supporter and donor to Tuskegee. And as soon as I got back to the Bay Area in 2015, I immediately got involved. And Dr. Redmond, she was not shy about providing me some leadership opportunities. So I was definitely leading projects like our Off Tuskegee event, where we welcome freshmen and host an event to send them off to Tuskegee with a book award, and kind of welcome them to some of the alum in the area. Also, the holiday party is another big one. And so I was involved before becoming the president. I served whew, a good 5 to 6 years, and Dr. Redmond decided to pass the torch on to me. And I was reluctant at first, but I'll tell you one thing about Dr. Redmond. She's a really good seller, because I was on my way into grad school as she was asking me this. And so I'm like, you set the bar really high, Dr. Redmond. I don't know if I'm ready just yet, but I decided to take it on and continue the legacy. And she has been a great advisor, and also still supports the club very well. Our club has given over $40,000 in scholarships to Tuskegee students, whether that be through emergency aid or via our official scholarship. We are definitely in the community recruiting students. This Saturday is actually one of our biggest recruitment events, the Black College Expo, which is actually the event where I initially applied to Tuskegee. And so it draws thousands of local students here in the Bay Area to come out and apply for admissions to various HBCUs. And I love it because here on the West Coast, we're not exposed to HBCU culture as much. So it's great to be able to lead and be a part of that. So I will say we are a small but a very mighty alumni club here in the Bay Area.
Yeah, I saw some of your numbers, and you're right. Sometimes it does about the total amount with the group. It's just the impact that group has. We take our hats off to you and the Bay Area chapter for being leads to alumni support. And you talk about things that just kind of go full circle in life. You were talking about your exposure to the expo as that how you got to Tuskegee. And you mentioned a few minutes ago, one of the choices that you had deciding where to go was perhaps Morehouse College. And reasons that we wanted to make sure you on during this segment, that's just because we have a pretty big event coming out there on the West Coast here in the next
Mhm.
2 weeks that will involve Tuskegee and your chapter is at the very center of that event that's taking place. A lot of us already know that we're there, have been invited, both schools as a part of the All-Star weekend, and both participating in the HBCU Classic out there. Let's talk about the Bay
Yes.
Area chapter's involvement as it relates to getting ready for Tuskegee to come out west.
Yes. So first off, we are extremely excited to have Tuskegee family coming to the Bay Area. I can't remember a time where Tuskegee alum were coming for one particular reason to the West Coast, particularly the Bay Area. So we are extremely excited, and we wanted to make sure that this weekend is special, especially since a lot of our alum are coming from across the country to the West Coast. So we are partnering with the Tuskegee National Alumni Association to host um, a Saturday night NBA All-Star watch party. So, as we know, the game begins at 2 o'clock, should be over around 5 o'clock, and that's where your NBA All-Star festivities typically begin on that weekend. So your dunk contest, your 3-point shootout, and so we wanted to make sure that we connected with alum while they're here. So we're hosting a watch party in collaboration with the Tuskegee National Alumni Association here downtown in Oakland at 6 o'clock that evening after the game. And this will be an opportunity for you to come out, network, meet various other HBCU alum who live in the Bay Area. We'll have music, great food. It's just going to be an evening to have a great time, and all of the proceeds are going to go to our Bay Area Tuskegee Scholarship Fund. And this is a fund that we use to help with emergency aid. Maybe there's students who may need to pay off a small amount on their balance while they're at Tuskegee, or they need help in other ways financially. That's what the scholarship fund is there for. And so it's going to be a great evening to have a good time. There won't be any pressure to like donate or anything, although we'll have the QR codes there on the tables. But we just want people to have
Subtle pressure,
come out.
huh?
Right, right. A little passive pressure now.
Sure.
um,
Never hurts.
so yeah, we just want people to have a good time. It's open to the public. We definitely want to open it up to HBCU alum who may want to have come out and have a good time after the HBCU Classic. Um, and there are other activations that I'm starting to hear about as well, related to the band and the team. Um, I don't know the exact details, but I do know they're going to do somewhat of a smaller pep rally that Thursday. But yeah, we're excited. Early bird tickets are on sale for the watch party for $50, and early bird does end this Friday. And the sales are going really well right now, so we're super excited to see all of our people here in the Bay.
Why don't you take this opportunity to kind of share with them how they can get taken about that? Eric will put it up on the screen as a part of the post for this interview, but it's a chance for you to just talk directly. People could get the tickets to it.
Yeah. So the best way to get tickets. So if you follow Tuskegee Bay Area on Instagram or on Facebook, there's going to be a link to purchase tickets in the bio. Also on the Facebook, you can also find the link that's post. It's our most recent post. You can click that, and it'll take you directly to the ticket site. And if you are unfortunately unable to make it, but you still want to support this cause, there are three options to donate directly to the scholarship fund. There's a $25 option, $50 option, and a $100 option. And we are a 501c3, so all of your donations are tax deductible.
Thank you for sharing that, Christian. And from what I understand from my conversations with you before we got on air, I have a very special guest as a part of the watch party that night.
Yes. So we are excited to have Dr. Brown join us that evening. Him and a lot of the university officials and leadership will be there as well. We are extremely excited and definitely want to make sure that we are in tip-top shape to show great hospitality here on the West Coast. And I'm excited and already see a lot of the changes that he is implementing at the university, and excited to see how it sort of evolves over these next few years.
Yeah, we are excited to hear that he would be a part of that. The watch party that's going on after Tuskegee and Morehouse playing that basketball game on Saturday. It's part of a big weekend for the NBA overall. And Kristen, you and your group with the Bay Area Alumni Chapter just very involved in that. It's a great event for Tuskegee, and just thank you for your leadership there. And thank you for your entire membership out there that's really gotten behind this as a solid representation of the Tuskegee presence around the world. But here, as an event comes out that way, so great to have an association right there in a home base to support Tuskegee coming out west.
Yes, definitely honor and a pleasure. Hopefully, this isn't the last. I hope Tuskegee is selected every year for the HBCU Classic. And I hope this also draws more alum to visit the Bay Area, and once they come and enjoy themselves that weekend.
Yeah. And you think about it, you think about Tuskegee being invited and Morehouse as well. You start surveying the whole HBCU landscape, and really you start talking about two schools that have that brand that has that kind of national gravitas. Can't come away with two more schools, examples than that. Tuskegee.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was my biggest diatribe of the whole interview, Christian.
Oh,
no, just really just getting into the idea about this Tuskegee brand, Tuskegee and Morehouse being chosen to come out there to be a part of that All-Star weekend. The NBA really could not have picked two better schools than those two for it.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity to spread HBCU culture. I'm hoping that there's a wider range of local Bay Area students who are going to be in attendance to kind of understand and feel the pride of attending an HBCU. I heard that the Battle of the Bands in Los Angeles went really well. Over 60,000 people there. And so I'm really loving how HBCU culture is starting to show up in different forms here on the West Coast. And I think it will lead to better recruitment numbers. And I'm a strong advocate that as long as we see it as a student who went to high school, who was born and raised in the West Coast, like if we see the culture and we're exposed to it, we'll go. And I can speak for it, knowing like all of the Bay Area students who chose to go to an HBCU once they were exposed in the program that I mentioned earlier, the Young Scholars Program.
No better ambassador for the HBCU and the Tuskegee culture in particular than Christian Trigg. He's president of the Bay Area Tuskegee Alumni Club. Christian, thanks so much for joining us. And we're going to see you out west and partake in the watch party and partake everything NBA All-Star weekend. And we're excited about being out there as a guest for the Bay Area Tuskegee Alumni Club. Thanks so much, Christian, for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much, Charles. It's been an honor.
Christian Trigg from the Bay Area Tuskegee Alumni Club. And we will continue with our coverage here on GTSN after this timeout.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Tuskegee fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Tuskegee didn't start off as a big campus. It started off in a small shack in the back of a church. The focus was always to build the community up. We share in a culture together that it's kind of hard to explain. You gotta live it, you gotta enjoy it. It's the HBCU experience. It's nothing short than beautiful. So my name is Dia Hunter. I am an assistant professor of construction management here at Tuskegee. The students make the institution special. You're gonna deal with students that are brilliant, students who have a mind for construction. They bring diverse backgrounds, diverse ways of life. I love sharing this with students. I love giving them the tools that they need in order to be great at it.
Just because we're at HBCU doesn't mean our education is different. Don't get me wrong, we have different values and traditions and culture and things like that. So we're gonna have different outlooks, different understandings on things, and that makes for a better company is diverse minds. I am Kaylin Parham, a graduating senior construction science and management major, hailing from the Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama. And to be a part of Tuskegee University's construction science and management program is to be a part of history. In this field, I'm underrepresented. I'm a Black woman, so obviously it's not going to be a lot of people like me, and that's okay because we're still working for diversity. But the part that I would like to see more is the inclusion part. So yes, you have a Black girl here and an Asian guy there, but do they feel comfortable in this environment? Do they feel like they're actually a part of the team? Let's start with HBCUs and coming here and getting to know our students and our programs. You'll see that not only are we coming with the knowledge that you need us to have, but we also have some different perspectives you might not have.
We have to give back. Everybody counts or nobody counts. And that's got to be part of leadership. By Procore taking the lead on this scholarship program and partnering with AGC as a Grand Slam home run. Well, I'm Bob Bowen, chairman and founder of Bowen Engineering. We can make a real difference in our industry, in our community, in our society. We're a better place to go than Tuskegee or the other HBCUs.
The Lifting the Veil of Ignorance statue represents Booker T. Washington telling all the slaves what they can be in the world. Today, I think the Lifting the Veil statue represents what we're showing the world. Hey, we got great students that can produce great work in all disciplines. HBCUs produce top students. My name is Dr. Shauna L. Rogers. I'm associate professor at Tuskegee University. Right now, diversity is what we need in this country. Specifically construction, we're running out of workers. The more that we are open to diversity, the more we're open to giving these students chances, it'll make everything better. Hey, we're here. It's 11 HBCUs that offer construction science, construction management. All 11 have great students. All 11 are well prepared. Just got to give them a chance.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery. Elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Purpose, progress, people.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. We are Tuskegee University basketball, and we are here to remind you.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative health care measures to protect you and your family from disease.
Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule.
That's why it's crucial to take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations.
Golden Tigers fans, let's all do our part and get back on track.
Protect yourself and others by making sure you're up to date on all recommended vaccines.
And that includes respiratory virus vaccine.
Tuskegee fans, don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information,
visit alabamapublichealth.com/IMM.
Golden Tiger fans, I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the SIAC, and this is Golden Tiger Sports Network.
In communities where leaders are forged and legacies are born, the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference proudly celebrates the accomplishments of current and former students. From the playing field to the boardroom, they are the next generation of entrepreneurs, doctors, and executives.
Leaders rise here. Leaders rise here.
Leaders rise here.
Leaders rise here.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Hi, Tuskegee fans. I'm Gerald Long, General Manager of the Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Thank you for listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Go Tigers!
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Tuskegee fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Golden Tigers fans, get ready. It's time for buckets, blocks, spills, thrills, steals, and slams. Thunder! Tuskegee basketball is next on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Now, let's go courtside with the call. Here's Charles Ward.
And we are courtside indeed. We are live in the Oakland Arena in Oakland, California for the MBB HBCU All-Star Challenge. And that challenge features the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee and the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College and SIAC basketball on the West Coast. So glad you could join us here. GTSN on a historic first time in this HBCU All Challenge as a part of a fanfare thus far. Had the NBA teams warming up prior to this ball game. Capacity crowd here inside the Oakland Arena, and a lot of those folks have stayed here for this HBCU challenge between two of the most historic HBCUs in the country, the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee University and the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Again, glad you could join us on GTSN for our coverage. This ball game here in Oakland, the Oakland Arena, the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee come into it 10-12 overall and 8-8 in the SIAC. They are second in the West. They meet the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College, who come in at 13-11, and they are 10-6, and they are fourth on the east side of the SIAC. So we are in the West Coast, but this basketball game has significance nonetheless because this is conference play for both of them, and we'll look at the SIAC standings to take a look at where these teams are. Start out with the West. Golden Bears of Miles College, number one in the West. They pretty much got that locked up, but Tuskegee, Kentucky State, Central State, all of them right there bunched up together. You can look more at their conference records. Tuskegee at 8-8, Kentucky State at 8-8, but Tuskegee's got the straight up win over Kentucky. So if they wind up tied, Tuskegee will be ahead of the Thoroughbreds. Central State a little bit behind at 7-8, but all of these teams playing here Saturday afternoon, so anything could happen, but that's the way things are right now. And the interesting thing about this is that as these teams finish 1, 2, 3, and 4, that number one seed will have a bye in the first round, and 2, 3, and 4 will be playing in the opening round at their home facility in conference play. On the East Division side, Edward Waters ahead of Clark Atlanta, followed by Albany State. Albany State up in that division for a while, but the last couple of ball games have fallen back kind of that there with Edward Waters and Clark Atlanta, followed by Morehouse, Savannah State, Fort Benedict, and Allen on the east side of the SIAC. So again, the first four teams will host, with the first team getting a bye, so the top three after that will be hosting at their home facility. So that's the way things are shaping up as we come close to, not at the end of the season yet, but boy, we're headed down that way. And Tuskegee really trying to ramp things up here, having lost their last three ball games and in the road in Oakland, California this afternoon. Tigers of Morehouse College. Morehouse over there after they are defeated Allen, won in overtime in a massive ball game down in East State. Came back at a real challenge with an OT ball game, and they lost against Fort Valley, a common opponent between the Golden Tigers and the Maroon Tigers over the last couple of weeks. Golden Tigers of T lost to Fort Valley as well, and these teams tangling first time this season, and they came all of the Oakland Arena. This is an NBA facility and about 18,000 plus seats here, and there are at this lower level, this thing's almost packed for this HBCU matchup between the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee and the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Should be an excellent contest between these two. And they both square up fairly well. We'll take a look at some of the numbers for the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. They are fourth in the conference in scoring, averaging 73 points per ball game. They shoot 43% from the floor, eighth in the conference. Behind the arc, they're eighth in the conference at 3%, and from the free throw line, they're 10th, shooting 68%. Rebounding, they average 36 rebounds per ball game, 13 assists per ball games, and they turn it over on an average of 13 times as well. Steals, 7.4 per ball game and 2.7 blocks. Those are the numbers on the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. For the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, a couple of very impressive spots for the Golden Tigers as it relates to statistics. Although they are 12th in scoring, averaging 65 points per ball game, their scoring defense is second in the SIAC, and they are sixth in the nation, only yielding 63 points per ball game in opposition. That means scoring margin as in place 2.6 mark for the Tuskegee. From the floor, Tuskegee shoots 43%. That's seventh in the conference defensively. The Golden Tigers first in the conference and third defense in terms of their defense against goal percentage against the opposition. Only 38% position shooting against the Golden Tigers Tuskegee. And they are second in terms of three offensive scoring and fifth in the nation as it relates to that category as well. So the Golden Tigers, they hang their hat on their defense, and we'll see if they're able to do that against the Maroon Tigers here this afternoon. Inside like we're getting set for the anthem here inside the arena for a timeout here on GTSN.
Tuskegee Nation, I'm Reginald Ruffin, Director of Athletics, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
What does education mean when you choose the top HBCU in Alabama?
So one of the things that's been most valuable from my experience at Tuskegee is being able to face challenges head on. I can definitely say here I've learned how to be an advocate for myself, how to speak up, and how to present myself in ways that can help me get opportunities, that help me fix things that may not be right. And I think that's really just the best skill that I've learned here that I can take with me for the rest of my life.
Look forward to your bright future. Apply to Tuskegee University today.
STEM careers are one of the fastest growing fields, yet women of color comprise less than 10% of the workforce within these high-paying jobs. Tuskegee University is changing this. In 2018, we were awarded a grant from the National Science Foundation to develop computer science career awareness for young African American women. In 2019, we established the Campaign for Leadership and Excellence Scholarship. It provides future female engineers with financial support to pursue their educational goals. Today, Tuskegee continues to educate African American women in STEM fields, empowering them to pursue their chosen careers and providing the foundation they need to transform science, medicine, and technology. If a STEM career is in your future, explore what Tuskegee can offer you.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery, elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Purpose, progress, people.
STEM careers are one of the fastest growing fields, yet women of color comprise less than 10% of the workforce within these high-paying jobs. Tuskegee University is changing this. In 2018, we were awarded a grant from the National Science Foundation to develop computer science career awareness for young African American women. In 2019, we established the Campaign for Leadership and Excellence Scholarship. It provides future female engineers with financial support to pursue their educational goals. Today, Tuskegee continues to educate African American women in STEM fields, empowering them to pursue their chosen careers and providing the foundation they need to transform science, medicine, and technology. If a STEM career is in your future, explore what Tuskegee can offer you.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery. Elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good.
And we are back live inside the Oakland Arena, getting set for basketball action. The Golden Tigers getting set to meet the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College in the NBA HBCU All-Star Challenge. Take a look now at the TNT starting lineups. We'll begin with the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. They'll go with Jamonte Hill, the junior from Atlanta, out front for them. He leads the team with 10.7 points. Jaden Gray, the guard from Tampa, Florida, he'll be in their starting lineup. Cedric Taylor III, the sophomore from Atlanta, starts for the Maroon Tigers. Also in their starting lineup, the senior Omar Rowe and Amon Decker, the senior from North Minneapolis, Minnesota. So the five for the Maroons: Hill, Gray, Rowe, and Decker. They're coached by Douglas Whitler. He's in his fourth season, 13-11, 10-6. Now the TNT starting lineup for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. They'll be led by the senior Kevin Seasbury. Seasbury leads the team in 17 points per ball game. Texas in the lineup, Noah points per ball game. DeAnthony Pennington, the senior from Kansas City, Missouri. DA 12.5 points per
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery. Elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Purpose, progress, people.
And we are back live at the Oakland Arena in Oakland, California for the HBCU All-Star Challenge. Now the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee with 31st half. They lead at 5 over the Maroon Tigers. Morehouse College just on the West Coast. Floor now for the Golden Tigers. Dylan Cambridge, Crawford out there. And looks like Crawford's going to wait until the next dead ball. So Cambridge checking into the lineup for the Golden Tigers. Dylan, the redshirt sophomore, 3.7 ball game and 3.8 rebounds per outing for Cambridge. So at the line, draping for Kasame from the line, 50% on the season. Right now at 85 of 169, and he missed first free throw. Tuskegee, if there is an area in which they struggle, it's at free throws. Percent shooting from. As Draper here with the second of two. He got that ball. So they're going to the ball game, the free throw line, and Tuskegee takes a 6-2 lead. Out on the floor now for Coach Douglas Sincere Key, the junior from Chicago, Illinois. Full court pressure by Tuskegee as the Maroon Tigers inbound in the back. Taylor comes across the timeline now for Morehouse. Dumps it back to Decker. Decker leaning inside Bridge and got that straight. Just kind of pulled his way in there. With that upper body, got that towards Morehouse. That'll make it a 4 ball game. He's very. That'll be a foul called. Key picked up his first.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. We are Tuskegee University basketball, and we are here to remind you.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative health care measures to protect you and your family from disease.
Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule.
That's why it's crucial to take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations.
Golden Tigers fans, let's all do our part and get back on track.
Protect yourself and others by making sure you're up to date on all recommended vaccines.
And that includes respiratory virus vaccine.
Tuskegee fans, don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information,
Visit alabamapublichealth.com/IMM.
Golden Tiger.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. We are Tuskegee University basketball, and we are here to remind you.
staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative healthcare measures to protect you and your family from disease.
Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule.
That's why it's crucial to take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations.
Golden Tigers fans, let's all do our part and get back on track.
Protect yourself and others by making sure you're up to date on all recommended vaccines.
And that includes respiratory virus vaccine.
Tuskegee fans, don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information,
visit alabamapublichealth.com/IMM.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery, elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Purpose, progress, people. Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery, elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Purpose, progress, people. Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery, elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Purpose, progress, people.
And we're back live here inside the Oakland Arena in Oakland, California. The NBA HBCU All-Star Challenge. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee leading the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College 10-9. But a timeout on the floor, and Morehouse will have the basketball on their end of the floor. They go left to right in the first 20 minutes of play, and their star player, Cedric Taylor, the sophomore from Atlanta, will inbound it on the far side as we get set to resume action. Half-court set now on the floor for the Maroon Tigers. Jamizi Okiki handling the basketball up front now for Morehouse. Tied up by Rodney near the mid-stripe. Now he goes across the floor to Logan McCormick, the freshman from New York, who's out there on the floor as well. Okiki got some space, leans back with the jumper, missed on the shot. Rebound tapped around, it's loose in the air, and Okiki got it over to Taylor. Taylor slides right side to the rack and a whistle. And a foul on the inside. This one will go against the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. They're called on. They're going to get that against, looks like Amir Boyce. Amir Tyson Boyce just out on the floor for the Golden Tigers, and he could foul on the inside. So that will put Taylor at the line, shooting for the Maroon Tigers with a chance to tie the ball game on the first free throw, and he does it there. So we're tied at 10, and Taylor gets his first points of the ball game for Morehouse. Taylor averages 15.8 points per ball game. First free throw's good, and he missed on the second. Rebound tapped around, it's loose on the floor now, and clearing it is Boyce for Tuskegee. So tied at 10, we come back the other way. First half, with it, half court set for Tuskegee. Up top he goes to see Seasbury. Side of the floor, Draper, head fake, floating hook shot in the paint, can't get the fall. Rebound at the block. Oh, he'll push it right side. Now left side they go. This is Key with the three, missed on the shot. The rebound, the long one, comes clear to Pennington and Tuskegee. We go to 10:30 left, first half of play, tied at 10 each. Taylor backpedals right side, and he's fouled out front. Okiki too close on the defense, and he picks up his first personal. Non-shooting foul there for Tuskegee, so far side of the floor. DA will inbound it. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Pennington looks to the inside, comes back out front to Amir instead. Now Walker with it. He'll slide right side. Across the floor to Seasbury. Kevin on the move. Inside the paint, lost it in the air. And I believe it was touched by Morehouse, and it'll stay with Tuskegee. Kevin trying to penetrate inside the paint all the way through, and it was tapped free from him, but it'll stay with the Golden Tigers with 10 to shoot, and 10-13 remaining in this first half of play. Entry pass, Draper at the block, he's free, and Kasami got the basket right side, his first field goal of the ball game. So Tuskegee ekes back ahead, 12-10. Over the Maroon Tigers, and we go back the other end of the floor. Morehouse with the basketball. Okiki right side in the corner now to McCormick. Now they get it in the hands of Taylor. Taylor slides out front, and he's doubled there. McCormick at the block left side. Inside the paint, turns, he's doubled. Good defensive work by Tuskegee. Turning underneath and getting a reverse lay in there under the block was DeAndre Watson. Watson just out on the floor for Coach Whitler. Got his first field goal of the ball game to tie it at 12. Watson, the senior from New York. Half-court set for Tuskegee. DA on the move now. Back up top, Rodney for three. Rodney, line drive, missed on that shot. Rebound, Taylor threw it right over to Pennington. Pennington for three. DA missed on that one. Draper got a rebound. Draper inside with the floater. That one will not fall. And Tuskegee had a good golden chance there. Twice looked at the basket, not able to convert. And we go back the other way. Morehouse with a chance to claim a lead. With 9:03 left first half. Okiki now, he'll work it left side, got some space with the jumper. Okiki shot that one hard. Rebound, Draper had it. Came over to Seasbury. Tuskegee back the other way. Rodney across the timeline for Tuskegee now. He'll slide right side. Set to come in. Noah Goins next dead ball for Tuskegee and Coach Taylor. Walker. Got some space, leans back with the jumper, missed that one left side, a rebound at the block by Taylor. 8:32 left, first half of play, tied at 12. Morehouse with Okiki handling out front. They work it up top to Taylor. Seasbury with that defensive assignment. Taylor leans back with the jumper and knocked it down for Morehouse. So Taylor with his first field goal of the ball game gives Morehouse its first lead ball game, 14-12. Draper, half court set down in the corner to Seasbury. He'll pull it back near the top of the key. We go under 8 minutes left first half. Kevin works it left side, now at the block Draper. Draper squares on McCormick. Draper floating hook to the glass, and Kasame's fouled. He'll go to the line for the Golden Tigers to shoot. They call the foul on the inside on McCormick. He picks up his first. Austin Taylor set to check in. Noah Gorn's back out on the floor, but they'll do that after the timeout. 7:50 remains first half. Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College with their first lead of the ball game. They lead the Golden Tigers 14-12. We'll take a break on GTSN.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery, elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. Utilities Board of Tuskegee, purpose, progress, people.
Hey, are you fixing the power?
Yep, I'm gonna get the lights back on.
Yeah, my power went out and I have to start level 14 all over again in our game. Yeah, why didn't mine go out?
Well, we have this technology that can stop an outage in its tracks.
Why?
So less people will be affected during the outage.
Why?
So you can make the level 15?
Come on, Brian. Let's go to your house and keep playing.
Good luck, guys.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery, elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. Utilities Board of Tuskegee, purpose, progress, people.
Back live here. Tuskegee trailing at 14-12 to the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Kasami Draper fouled before that timeout, so Draper will be at the line shooting for the Golden Tigers. Tuskegee right now from the floor 5 of 20, 25%. Maroon Tigers 6 of 16 at 38%. And Kasami from the line missing on that first free throw. One more coming. Draper got one from the line. So the lead now, 14-13, Maroon Tigers lead. Draper with 4 points in the ball game for Tuskegee. Okiki across the timeline now for Morehouse. Up top, he works it into the hands of Amon Decker. Decker out front now left side. Spins inside the paint on Draper. Got some space. Draper defending. Cylinder to that basketball on the cylinder, and it falls good for Decker. So Decker works his work inside the paint there. That's his 6th point of this first half. and he gives the Maroon Tigers a 16-13 lead. Austin Taylor now works it to Draper. Across the floor, Seasbury. Kevin for three. Kevin drains that one for the Tuskegee out front. So Seasbury with his first three-pointer of the ball game. He's got staff, and we're tied at 16 after the triple there by Seasbury. Right side, Morehouse works it. They go down in the corner. Three-point shot there is off the mark. Rebound backside, Draper for Tuskegee. Austin Taylor across the timeline now. Taylor, right side, Culpepper, who's out on the floor. Now they work it back to Draper on the inside. Draper squares toward the basket, gives it in the corner to Culpepper. Boyce set to come in, next dead ball. Taylor, left side, 10 to shoot now for Tuskegee. Austin lost it momentarily, gives it to Kevin. Seasbury with 7. Tried to go across the floor, and he threw it away. Basketball taken by Key, and here comes Morehouse back the other way. Okiki pushing, down in the corner, Decker, left side. Good defense there by Culpepper. Okiki with it out front now for Morehouse. Okiki back at the block. Decker working on Culpepper. Across the floor now, on the move at the block. Watson and some whistles inside on a travel violation called. Coach Taylor wanted that one early in the sequence on the travel, saw it, and he finally got the whistle call. Basketball over to Tuskegee. 6:10 left, first half of play. Tied at 16. We're live from Oakland, California. NBA HBCU All-Star Challenge. First time for both of these teams in this event, sponsored by the NBA. Culpepper, half-court set for Tuskegee now. Back up top to Taylor. We're under 6 minutes left, first half of play. Taylor to Seasbury. He's jumped out front by Rowe. Kevin with it on the floor now. Left side, got some space. Jumper. Seasbury's on target for Tuskegee. So he's got 9 in the first half for Tuskegee. Tuskegee with an 18-16 lead after the field goal by Seasbury. Whistles down in the corner. Culpepper airborne, and he will commit the foul on Jamonte Hill. Hill will be at the line. Culpepper with his first personal. Hill to shoot for the Maroon Tigers. Hill, the leading free throw shooter for Morehouse at 77%. 77 of 100 coming into today's ball game. 12th in the conference. On the first. And Hill set for the second of 2. 1 of 2 from the line for Hill. Hill with his first points of this ball game. Tuskegee leads 18-17. Taylor faces a full court press by the Maroon Tigers. Pennington back out on the floor. Austin with it left side in the half court set now. Left side to Pennington. Boyce out on the floor trying to work it inside to him. Taylor out front instead. 12 to shoot now for Tuskegee. Taylor at the free throw line. Bounces inside Boyce. Boyce turns and got the floater right side for Tuskegee. Good work to work it all the way down, and Taylor with a good pass on the inside to make it 20-17. Tuskegee ahead with 5 minutes left, first half of play. Half court set. Key works it back out front to Hill now. Hill slide middle of the floor. Hill head fakes past Culpepper, got the jumper airborne, and Hill hits it for the Maroon Tigers. He'll make it 20-19 after that field goal near the free throw line. Back the other way, Noah to the rack, left side. Noah scoops under the defense with the lay-in left side. Beautifully done there by Goins underneath the defense. Went with the right hand on the left side of the cylinder to get the lay-in. Tuskegee with a 22-19. For the Golden Tigers. So Morehouse will have it with 4:22 remaining in the first half. Tuskegee with a 22-19 lead. Hill to unbound it left of the cylinder for Morehouse. Deep in the corner he goes to Rowe. Rowe picked up by Pennington. They push it back out front to Taylor, who's back out on the floor, and a whistle out front. They'll call Noah with the foul out front. So Goins picked up his first. Back out on the floor, Omar Rowe for back out on the floor for Coach Taylor. Tuskegee with a 22-19 lead for play. Tuskegee half court set as Gray handles out front. Works it left side down at the block. Turning with the basketball is Watson. Good defensive work by Tuskegee at the block, but a whistle down low on the shot attempt. They'll call that foul on Rodney Walker. And Rodney's picked up his first. And right now to be Morehouse a line shoot. Gray at the line to shoot. 4:06 left first half. Tuskegee with a 22-19 lead. Gray with one field goal already. Missed on the front end of two-shot foul there. One more coming. Lull in the action. Want to thank Charlotte Hopkins of the Atlanta Tuskegee Alumni Chapter. Also out in the Bay Area, Christian Trigg. And at the Los Angeles Chapter, Kimberly Bilbrew for getting their troops here for of Tuskegee out on the road in the NBA HBCU All-Star Challenge. Got a contingent from all three of those chapters of the Tuskegee Alumni Association. Thanks so much for the support. Half court set for Tuskegee now. On the move, Seasbury, right side with a floater inside. Banked it, but he missed. It's tapped at the block by Boyce. Got a rebound and a putback. Missed on the second tap, but this time Seasbury gets it. 20 seconds on the clock. DA pushes to Draper, right side. Draper across the floor, Seasbury. Seasbury underneath the defense. Floater inside. It won't stay. Tapped at the block. Draper got a rebound and a putback. And Draper's fouled. He'll go to the line for Tuskegee. Call the foul on the inside. Looks like I called it on Lawson on the inside. And a timeout on the floor. 3:27 left first half of play. Tuskegee with a 22-20 lead over the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. We'll take a break here on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee athletics on the Golden Tigers Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery, elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. Utilities Board of Tuskegee, purpose, progress, people.
STEM careers are one of the fastest growing fields, yet women of color comprise less than 10% of the workforce within these high-paying jobs. Tuskegee University is changing this. In 2018, we were awarded a grant from the National Science Foundation to develop computer science career awareness for young African American women. In 2019, we established the Campaign for Leadership and Excellence Scholarship. It provides future female engineers with financial support to pursue their educational goals. Today, Tuskegee continues to educate African American women in STEM fields, empowering them to pursue their chosen careers and providing the foundation they need to transform science, medicine, and technology. If a STEM career is in your future, explore what Tuskegee can offer you.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mark Brown, class of 1986, president of Tuskegee University, and this is the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
My, oh my, the stars out here, and I've got comment on the big board here. He's sitting alongside Jennifer Hudson for the NBA HBCU All-Star Challenge. So Starfield audience. Spike Lee, of course, on hand, he's at the arena as well, and on the floor, it's the Tigers up to Tuskegee, the Maroons, Morehouse College, 22 to the line Kasami on the first of two. Tuskegee in this ball game, 9 of 29 shooting from the floor at 31%. They are 2 of 8 from behind the arc and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. 18 shooting at 4%. Draper, 2nd of 2. Kasami got that one to fall. So Draper with 5 in this first half of play. And Tuskegee leads it 23-20 with 3:20 left first half. Good basketball game here in this HBCU All-Star Challenge. Decker slides it across the floor left side. They work it in paint. Now up front to Gray. Gray got it by Walker. Back on the move now is Hill. Hill lost it. Double turns with the jumper. Shot an air ball. Backside rebound. Basketball over to Tuskegee. Good defensive work down there by that Tiger defense. That's why that defense is number 3 in the nation in field goal percentage defending. Good job there. Got the basketball with less than 3 minutes remaining. Tuskegee with a 23-20 lead. Draper out front over to Walker. Spread zone defense for Morehouse now. Across the floor, Pennington with the basketball. 16 to shoot for the Golden Tigers. Draper foul on it with the jumper, partially deflected by the Maroon Tiger defense. They all have the basketball as Hill comes around. Works it right side to Gray. Back to Hill. Now Gray on the move. Hill foul on extended line drive jumper, and he knocked it down for Morehouse. So Hill with his second field goal makes it a 1-point deficit. Tuskegee the lead and the basketball. Left side, Pennington over to Draper. Now to Walker. Seasbury for 3. Line drive 3. Missed on the shot. Rebound backside cleared by Hill and Moore. They can claim a lead here with a basket that's stripped down the floor. Down the corner with the jump spinner. It's off the mark. And that errant shot by Omar Rowe. Pennington back the other way for TU. Draper across the floor. Seasbury at the right block. Now Kevin all the way under the defense. Got fouled and he got the lay in right side. Good move by Seasbury at the block in the right corner. Got past the defense underneath on the lay-in. He's got 8 in the ball game. Or correction, he's got 11 now after that goal. And he'll be at the line shooting for Tuskegee. Good move by Seasbury there. Makes it 25-22, and he has a free throw coming. We're at 1:52 left first half of play. And Seasbury, the team's leading free throw shooter, knocks down that first free throw. He's got 12 in the ball game. Morehouse back the other way now as Gray handles. Across the floor, Taylor down in the corner. Hill, Seasbury almost took it away. Now it's loose on the floor. Tuskegee had it for a moment, but it came back to Hill. Now on the move to go inside and a whistle on the play. And I got a foul on the inside. Tough break there for Tuskegee. Good defensive work. Just did not come away with that basketball. Pennington guilty of the foul. Decker coming toward the Morehouse bench like he's holding his left thigh. Or maybe coming to talk to Coach Whitler about something he sees on the floor. Don't think that he's injured. Just taking this advantage to talk about some strategy. Free throw at the line by Rowe is off the mark. 1:33 left first half. Good crowd on hand here for this HBCU All-Star Challenge here at the Oakland Arena. Both free throws missed there. Boyce had it at the block, but had it taken away at the block by Hill, or Taylor that is, and Taylor's fouled by Boyce after Boyce lost that rebound to it. Oh, Amir had that basketball on the rebound on the missed free throw, but Taylor came in and just popped it free and got his hands on it, and then Amir commits the foul. And at the line, Taylor misses on the first of 2. Morehouse 3 of 6 from the free throw line prior to that miss there by Taylor. He has one more coming. Tuskegee with a 26-22 lead. And the second free throw is missed as well. Rebound fought for this time. Draper clears for Tuskegee. Pennington across the floor had it tapped and out of bounds. It'll stay with TU with 1:22 left first half. Pennington far side of the floor and bounce it to Rodney in the backcourt. Gray guarding Rodney. Left side Draper way away from the basket. Now about Noah. Noah surveys, pushes it to Seasbury. At the block, Draper down on Decker. Draper to the glass, got it to fall for Tuskegee. They went inside exactly where they wanted to go, and Draper obliged with the basket left side. 60 seconds left. Tuskegee leads 28-22, and Coach Whittler takes a timeout here just before we get to intermission. And Tuskegee with that 28-22 lead, comfortable with the way they're handling this basketball game so far. They want to go inside to start things off with Draper, and that extended zone by the Maroon Tigers. Tuskegee's been able to pierce it with some passes on the inside, and Draper going to work inside the block. Got that last field goal for the Golden Tigers to make it a 28-22 lead with the timeout on the floor. We're live from the NBA HBCU All-Star Challenge. Golden Tigers Network. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee leading at 28-22 of the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. SIAC action. And before a capacity crowd here, certainly on the lower level, this is an NBA arena. Seats about 18,000, but this lower level is completely packed with fans from both teams and some of the folks from the area here enjoying HBCU basketball at college level, being treated here to a good first half of basketball between the Golden Tigers and Morehouse College. Dr. Mark Brown, president of Tuskegee, just to our right, coming back to his seat, seated right next to his wife, and Common and Jennifer Hudson seated right next to them. So mingling with the stars, president and his wife from Tuskegee. Half court set after the timeout by Morehouse now. It'll be Gray with it out front, works it across the floor, Hill on the move. Seasbury guarding him defensively. Good defensive work. Pennington almost stole it. 9 to shoot now for Morehouse. Taylor out front, creased the rim on his shot. Rebound cleared by Cambridge. Tuskegee back the other way now with 34 seconds remaining in the first half. Timeout, Coach Taylor take it just before the intermission. Wants to get another basket here to ensure lead as they go into the locker room. They've got 31 seconds, about 23 seconds on the shot clock. The shoot will stay here on this timeout on the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Eric Tabor, our producer in our remote studios, and this Saturday afternoon as a Golden Tiger Sports brings you coverage of Tuskegee basketball. We're out west in Oakland, California. Star-studded afternoon here inside the Oakland Arena. What HBCU matchup between the Golden Tigers, coached by Benchie Taylor. Coach Taylor in its 6th season, doing a fine job with this program, kind of turning the corner here. And this Coach Taylor, 81-67 this year at Tuskegee with today's ball game. 13 years as a coach overall. Coached 3 years at Chicago, 3 years at North Central Illinois, and then coming to Tuskegee fresh off of a year stint at Hawaii, and bringing some sophisticated looks at basketball to Tuskegee in terms of their approach to the ball game. Gotta like what he's doing with this Golden Tiger program. Second in the West, Tuskegee on the west side of the SIAC as we get closer to tournament time at the end of the month into early March for tournament action in Atlanta. After the timeout, half court set for Tuskegee. Seasbury, now they go across the floor to Pennington. Entry pass, Draper down at the block, Dillon. Dillon had it rejected at the block, but he got a rebound. They'll go jump ball because of the timeout, but I think it's going to stay with Tuskegee with 13 seconds left in the first half. 5 to shoot for the Golden Tigers. So Pennington will inbound it with 5 to shoot it. Got it inside to Draper. Draper underneath the defense and scores on the inside. Went right underneath with the work and got the basket. 5 seconds left first half. To the locker rooms here inside the Oakland Arena. Tuskegee leads by 8 over Morehouse College. More basketball ahead on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. We'll take a time out here on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
And welcome back, everybody, Tigers Sports Network. We're in between basketball. Means it's time for a chapter chat. And this time we have a very, very special guest that's come from a long way to join us by virtue of the internet, Kimberly Kilbrew. She is the president of the Los Angeles Tuskegee Alumni chapter. And thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much for the opportunity. I bring greetings from the West Coast, from the Los Angeles Tuskegee Alumni Association. And yes, as you shared, I am the chapter president, Kimberly Bilbrew.
Let's talk a little bit about Kimberly Bilbrew, your background, and why you chose Tuskegee to become a grad.
Yes, so I had the opportunity of attending Mother Tuskegee from 1998 to 2002, where I graduated with my bachelor's of art in social work. And actually, it was the best decision that I ever made was to actually attend Tuskegee. I found out about Tuskegee when I was in elementary school. I heard the story about Booker T. Washington giving the opportunity for all to have access to a higher education. And that's something that made me so intrigued. So even though I applied to so many different schools, when it came down to it, I went with my first heart. And I am so glad that I did. It was, the best decision that I ever made.
You just referenced the fact that you heard about Tuskegee at a very, very young age, and it kind of stuck with you throughout your decision process, and it actually led you to Tuskegee, Alabama. Let's talk about once you got to Tuskegee, because you're a West Coast person, and there are a lot of things that are available on the West Coast that probably were not available in Tuskegee, Alabama. Let's talk about that transition for you.
Yes, I actually can remember getting on the plane and actually traveling there. I had never been to Tuskegee prior. I had only learned about it from friends who had previously attended, from pictures that I saw, and from what the recruits had shared with me. One of my mother's coworkers was actually Mr. Solomon Banks, who was a previous president here at LATAA, and he also shared with her about all the great things about Tuskegee. So I knew that I wanted to access it. So when I got to Tuskegee and saw the campus, it was absolutely beautiful, but I knew that it was different from Los Angeles, where I was born and raised. So it definitely was a culture shock, and there was a difference from the city, the big city, to a little town. But when I tell you that little town loved on me something different, it did not take me long where I was like, I have to continue to do it. I have to continue to access that. So that what brings me back every time for homecoming. That's what makes sure that I hold the leadership position that I have today, is because I have to make sure that someone else has access to the love that I received from not only from my professors, from even the staff there, and from the relationships. Literally, people who I met from my first day are still my friends to this day. So it's something magical that happens when you experience Tuskegee, and I want to make sure that everybody has access to it.
You just hit a magic word there when you said magical, because you're right. You cannot get on that campus without feeling that whole aura around you, just being a part of something and something unique. That led you from a student after graduating, and as you referenced to your position now as president, what made you make that decision that, okay, I know there's a lot associated with this role, but I'm going to take it on anyway?
Yes. The Alumni Association was there when I was in school. They literally told me at the barbecue when they sent me off what I needed to do once I got to campus, to go over to Kresge, to go and put my name on the list, tell them that I needed a book scholarship. And that's all I had to do was put my name down, and they took care of me. I was like, they don't really even know me, but they knew because I was from California, it was their responsibility to make sure that I got over. The same thing with the professors there, my classmates. It was already something that was almost unspoken, that it was an opportunity that you were given, but you had to get to the end. And so once I finished and I came back into the room in the Alumni Association meetings, they were like, so what are you going to contribute? And it was from all the different members that were there that let me know that we contribute here. And at different times, we take rotations about what exactly it is that we're going to do. And so now it's just my opportunity at this time to serve as president. And I'll go on to future roles in that room. But we just have to make sure that that room exists so that students come behind us. So right now, our word is legacy. We know from documentation Booker T. Washington actually ventured out to Los Angeles and to Riverside in 1903, San Diego we have 1914, 1915. So just think about the vision that they had to have at that time, traveling across the country to come to a space to make sure that others knew about accessing education in Tuskegee, making sure that they knew that there was money that needed to be raised so that we can continue to have this space in Alabama. And so that, Mr. Wade, is what I think is the magic that we feel every time we go to that campus, the things that they envisioned when they actually built those buildings, because they knew what was going to come after them. So that's why I have to continue to do what I do, because I have to make sure that other people know what was made for us, that we have to have access to, and it has to be there for others to actually be able to continue to do that build. So I'm just only bringing my brick as well.
Very well stated, Kimberly. A couple of things that you said that really stood out to me when you mentioned legacy with regard to the historic value of it and pass legacy on. And then you mentioned the word contribution, or being in a position now that you can contribute back. Let's talk about the chapter in Los Angeles in terms of what the chapter is doing to contribute to the next generation of Tuskegee grads.
So the chapter is actually very well connected in the community. We make sure to connect with other HBCUs as well as organizations to make sure that we do things that uplift our community. So not only our city, but also our people. We actually also are heavily involved in recruitment. So we assist with sitting on panels as well as being a part of different events that are happening locally. We also do a lot of fundraising so that we can make sure that we have scholarship opportunities, because, you know, accessing the HBCU and Mother Tuskegee can be quite expensive. We have a lot of students that want to go there because they want to be veterinarians, and we have to make sure that we support them through the whole way because they want to do political science and eventually go into law school, or they want to actually be that engineer. And we have to make sure that we're the support system that gets them there.
Well, you're being modest because there were two events that were recent in your chapter out west that really had an impact that was felt all the way over here on the East Coast, because there's so much talk about it in terms of the Black Expo and then the Battle of the Bands, something that I know you referenced, kind of they usually are separate, but this time you kind of had them.
Yes, this is the first time that the West actually hosted the Battle of the Bands. So Honda actually put on the Battle of the Bands. We have the Black College Expo actually annually that Tuskegee attends no matter where it is. We go to every location. So they do it in Oakland, they do it here in Los Angeles, they do it in San Diego. But Los Angeles is the biggest and the best well attended. So we had hundreds and thousands of people that actually participated in what was the day event of walking through the expo, where we actually had a space. At times I looked around and I had 10 to 15 different alumni that were actually there on fire, letting them know that I too attended school here. Or for some of them, they did not attend school here in California, but they have since, found employment here, careers here. And so the reason why they're here and making themselves available, I have veterinarians, I have engineers, everybody who is just standing there, myself as social worker, others in education, that are saying that you can have access to me. This is a natural networking that happens. So that's what happened last weekend at the expo. We actually were there for that. And then we transitioned over to the Battle of the Bands, where we were able to see 6 different HBCUs from Alabama State, Hampton, who else was there? UAPB. It was just a great sea of people that came, because the HBCUs happen, we attend there, but for us to have an event like that was actually historical on the West Coast. So it was like homecoming all over again. We walked around hugging everybody and saying hello, and of course, greeting those that actually came from other places to celebrate what was going on here. And then next week, we get the opportunity of hosting the HBCU Classic, which actually is going to happen up north in Oakland. So our Bay Area chapter will be hosting an event, but we as the LATAA will be able to go up and support and welcome all of our classmates and friends of Tuskegee that will be coming out to see us take down Morehouse.
Indeed, there will be an entourage for sure from Tuskegee Coast in terms of alums from this area as well. It'll be very exciting for your chapter and for the Bay chapter to be able to have Tuskegee represented out west, which is kind of rare in terms of us coming out that way. You all do such a fabulous job of representing university out west proper, but now we got a chance, president and the rest of the entourage from the school to be out west. So a very unique opportunity.
Yes, and for both of the events to be happening in February, we are literally feeling like we are celebrating Black History Month all again and again. We said that this actually was going to be the West Coast homecoming. So we hope that so many are able to attend, and we look forward to hosting each and every one of you.
Kimberly Kilbrew, she is the president of the Los Angeles Alumni chapter. Kimberly, TU.
You know.
Thank you so much. We'll see you out west next week for HBCU All-Star Classic.
Yes, thank you. Thank you again for the opportunity.
Sure, glad to have you. More basketball ahead on GTSN.
In communities where leaders are forged and legacies are born, the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference proudly celebrates the accomplishments of current and former students. From the playing field to the boardroom, they are the next generation of entrepreneurs, doctors, and executives.
Leaders rise here. Leaders rise here.
Leaders rise here.
Leaders rise here.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
STEM careers are one of the fastest growing fields, yet women of color comprise less than 10% of the workforce within these high-paying jobs. Tuskegee University is changing this. In 2018, we were awarded a grant from the National Science Foundation to develop computer science career awareness for young African American women. In 2019, we established the Campaign for Leadership and Excellence Scholarship. It provides future female engineers with financial support to pursue their educational goals. Today, Tuskegee continues to educate African American women in STEM fields, empowering them to pursue their chosen careers and providing the foundation they need to transform science, medicine, and technology. If a STEM career is in your future, explore what Tuskegee can offer you.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. We are Tuskegee University basketball, and we are here to remind you.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative health care measures to protect you and your family from disease.
Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule.
That's why it's crucial to take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations.
Golden Tigers fans, let's all do our part and get back on track.
Protect yourself and others by making sure you're up to date on all recommended vaccines.
And that includes respiratory virus vaccine.
Tuskegee fans, don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information,
visit alabamapublichealth.com/IUM.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mark Brown, class of 1986, president of Tuskegee University, and this is the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Back live here inside the Oakland Arena, Oakland, Calif, the NBA HBCU All-Star Challenge at the intermission. It's the Golden Tigers leading at 30-22 over the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Taking the numbers from the first 20 minutes of play for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. 12 of 35 shooting from the floor, 84%, 2 of 9 from behind the arc, 22% shooting there, and 4 of 7 from the free throw line at 57%. For the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College, they were 9 of 24 shooting from the floor at 38%, 1 of 11 from behind the arc, and 3 of 19, and that is shooting from the free throw. Shooting for the Maroon Tigers from the free throw line. One of the Golden Tigers are leading this basketball game. For the Golden Tigers, they were led in scoring by Kevin Sees. Kevin out of the last ball game because of an injury, but rising in this basketball game. Got 12 in the first half. Draper had 9 for Tuskegee. Goins with a field goal, 3-point field goal. Cambridge with a 2-point basket. And Amir Tyshawn Bench, he had a field goal. For the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College, they were led by Amon Decker. 6 points in Jamonte Hill with 5-3 from Gray, from Taylor. And they've got 2 from Deontay Watson, and Sincere Key hit a 3-point shot in the first half. And that's been the scoring for both teams in the first 20 minutes of play as we get set for second half action between these SIAC rivals. Across the way from us, Commissioner Anthony Holloman from the SIAC taking in the action just to the right of the HBCU Classic broadcast team from NBA, and we're on the other floor on GTSN. And it is a capacity crowd here at the lower realm of the Oakland Arena, and this is a great day for HBCU basketball here all the way out in Oakland, California. We have a chapter of the Tuskegee Alumni Association led by Christian Trigg in the Bay Area, and down in Los Angeles, Kimberly Bilbrew. You just heard Kimberly, and thanks to both of them for their efforts, and to Charlotte for the Atlanta Tuskegee chapter, that they are out here on the West Coast as well. So a good showing by Tuskegee. By the numbers, you can just get more of a Tuskegee fan base here than Morehouse. Back to action now. Tuskegee half court set. Pennington got some space, now slides in the paint. Seasbury left side for 3. Front of the iron on the shot, but a rebound by Noah inside. Tapped out of bounds by Morehouse, and Tuskegee will keep it on their end of the floor as things get started here in the 20 minutes of play. Glad you could join us here on GTSN. Charles Ward here with the story as the Golden Tigers out west this afternoon meeting the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Rodney Walker inbounds it in the corner, back out front to Pennington. DA picked up by Decker out front. Pennington with a push. Now left side, across the floor right side, Seasbury. Entry pass inside the Noah. Noah one-on-one with Rowe. Block. Noah to the rack, tried to bank it, missed on the shot. Backside rebound comes clear to Decker and the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Half court set for Morehouse now. Out front with the basketball. The senior. Try to work it down in the corner to Hill. Hill's picked up there immediately by Seasbury. Jumper there in the corner by Hill. Just shoots out of the fence there at that field goal for the Maroon Tigers to make it 30-25. Morehouse cuts the deficit. Tuskegee half court set. Up top, DA with the basketball. Works it right side, Seasbury. They chase Seasbury. Jumper, no whistle on the call there. Missed shot and rebound cleared by Decker down at the block for Morehouse. They'll work it to Hill, front court, left side. Hill turns with the jumper, push back out front, they throw it away. Pennington with the basketball for Tuskegee. DA back the other way, reverse lay in by Pennington. Oh yeah, that's beautifully done by the captain for Tuskegee. Saw the defense coming to the right, went to the left, got the reverse lay in for Tuskegee. He'll make it 32-25. First field goal of the ball game for Pennington. Out front now, line drive, 3-point shot. That one's off the mark. Air ball sends it back to Tuskegee with a 32-25 lead. Walker basketball. Tuskegee goes left to right in the final 20 minutes on your listening device. Goins with it out front. Right side, Pennington. Bounce pass inside. Draper. Floater to the glass. Shot it hard. Got his own rebound to the cylinder. Draper missed on the putback, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot for Tuskegee. Call a foul on the inside against Taylor for the Maroon Tigers. Taylor picks up his first for Morehouse. And Kasami at the line shooting here for Tuskegee. Draper with 9 at the halftime. Chance for a couple of points here from the free throw line. Draper on the first, got it to fall for TU. So with an even 10 in the ball game. And set for the second. Draper got them both from the line for Tuskegee. Nice job by him to keep that basketball alive and got the 2 free throws. Tuskegee leads it 34-25, their largest lead of the ball game. Half court set now for the Maroon Tigers. They're working on a weave out front. This is Hill with the basketball. Swings it back up top to Taylor. Taylor on the move, left side. Owens with him, step for the corner. Hill with the missed on the shot. Rebound at the blink. Clears for TU. Walker headed across the time. Now he'll work it left side. Walker up top, Pennington at Seasbury. At the block they go, Noah. Noah squares up, working back toward the side. Turns with the jumper, went to the glass, missed on the shot. Draper got the rebound with the putback for Iggy. Good job by TU on the half-court set inside. They extend their lead to 11. Half-court set now, Morehouse with it. They work it across the floor to the glass, and they got a lay inside by Gray. Gray with his second field goal, 36-27, with 16:45 left in the ball game. Walker across the timeline for TU to the left side. Pennington off of a screen out front. DJ DA inside the paint, lead by Draper inside and a whistle. Tommy 5 will go to the free throw line. Nice pen inside from Binghamton, slid it right beside him. Draper at the line. 16:31 left in the book. On again to shoot. Draper third ball game now. Chance to do that and extend that lead. Now up to 9. Sami missed on the first. Decker off the floor now for the Maroon Tigers. He'll be replaced in the lineup by Logan McCormick, the freshman from New York. So Draper now for the second of 2. And Draper missed on the second, but Cambridge tried to keep it alive. Rodney runs it down, but he can't get off of the inbound line far side of the floor. Good effort there by Tuskegee to try to keep it alive after the missed free throw. But it'll go over to the Maroon Tigers with 16:28 left in the ball game. Gray out front for Morehouse. Works it left side to Watt. Now they throw it inside and they throw the basketball away. Pennington to the floor diving, but they stick to Gray and Morehouse behind the back. Walker took it away for Tuskegee. RJ across the timeline now. He'll go right the way through, and the basketball tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Good transition defense there by Tuskegee. That half-court set by the Maroon Tigers tied it up and took it away. Pennington had it first, and then Pennington lost it, and Walker was able to collect it for the Golden Tigers and go back the other way. 16:05 left in the ball game. Tuskegee with it on a half-court set. Pennington inside, got some space. Jumper in front of the iron, missed it, but it's tapped on the inside. Cambridge tapped it and got it to fall for Tuskegee. So Dillon with 4, and Tuskegee extends his lead to 38-27 with 15:50 remaining in the ball game. Half-court set now. Works inside, pushes across the floor. Watson to the glass, missed on the shot. Rebound tapped around. Seasbury got a hand on it. Now it's loose on the floor. Cambridge dives for it. He and Watson tied up near the free throw line. And we'll wait and see how they unpile it. If they go to the arrow, I think it's going to belong to Morehouse. And it will belong to Morehouse. We'll unsort it all after this timeout. 15:39 remains in the ball game. Tuskegee with a 38-27 lead, their largest of the ball game. We'll take a break here on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. We are Tuskegee University basketball, and we are here to remind you.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative healthcare measures to protect you and your family from disease.
Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule.
That's why it's crucial to take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations.
Golden Tigers fans, let's all do our part and get back on track.
Protect yourself and others by making sure you're up to date on all recommended vaccines.
And that includes respiratory virus vaccine.
Tuskegee fans, don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information,
visit alabamapublichealth.com/INM.
I'm Rolandus Rice, Chief Operating Officer and the Vice President for Student Affairs at Tuskegee University, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Thank you, Dr. Rice. He's out here at the Oakland Arena in Oakland, California, enjoying the fest at Tuskegee's got a full contingent out here. Speaking of contingent, we've got a member from the Morehouse contingent joining us here on the broadcast. AD Drew, the appointed sports information director at Morehouse College, and a fellow colleague of mine on the broadcast side. AD, thanks for joining us at the ball game.
Thanks for the invitation. Ball game, on the wrong side of it. Once again, y'all did this to us during the football season, and looks like my alma mater is doing it to me again.
Well, yeah, you're kind of in the middle of this. You're working at Morehouse, but graduated from Tuskegee, so you got all kinds of influence. So for you, it must be really rewarding to see the number of people that are here for this HBCU All-Star Classic.
Look, I don't know what the numbers is, but when they told me that they had to open up the upper deck, because we would drop the curtain and cover the upper deck, but when they told us that they had to open up the upper deck, they were scared of sales. But you know how we are. We buy tickets late.
Sure.
And
you can't count on us until we're here.
And then let's probably think about it. I wonder what the walk-up sales were today.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's been tremendous crowd, tremendous atmosphere. The only thing that's wrong with this game right now, Charles, is that my team is on the wrong score.
Well, you got still about 15 minutes for that to change, but Morehouse and Tuskegee, they are putting on a dog these fans.
Yeah, they're on a pretty good display, and this Morehouse team, you guys are up by 11 right now. Let me tell you a secret, Charles. You will not win this game by big. This Morehouse team plays every opponent close. Win or lose, most of their games are two-possession ball games, win or lose. And don't let this game go to overtime. They are 3-1 in overtime this year.
Oh, wow. And, Tuskegee's not going to take that for granted. It's Cambridge is down at the block there. They tie it up on the inside. They're going to jump ball here. But I think it looks like it's going to go toward Morehouse on the jump ball. But, yeah, you're right. Tuskegee's not going to take that for granted because they know that Morehouse is a very scrappy team, and they'll stay and try to keep things close and try to eke one out at the end.
Yes, and one of the big things is although you guys are pretty much, you guys can't win the West because Miles has sewn that up. It's 4 teams within 2 games in the SIAC East. So for us, every game counts coming down the stretch.
You talk about down on the stretch, all of playing to come over to Morehouse to play in the tournament at Morehouse. What's it going to be like hosting that over there?
It's going to be a lot of hard work for me. It's going to be a lot of fun for everybody else. But something, Charles, believe it or not, the experience of being out here is only going to shout out to Commissioner Anthony Holloman. He's here somewhere. I bumped into him in the hotel for allowing Morehouse and Clark Atlanta, that school down ASM, to co-host this event with us.
Yeah, he's across the way just in front of us near the broadcast table over there.
I see him now.
Yeah, 14-25 remains in this basketball game. Tuskegee with a 38-29 lead. Amir Boyce and Dylan Cambridge depart the floor. Goins back out on the floor for Tuskegee. And Pennington back out there as well. They shoot for Morehouse on a half-court set as Jamonte Hill gets set to inbound the basketball for the Maroon Tigers.
Yeah, Jamonte Hill transfer from Georgia Tech. Hey, that was a great block.
Back inside on the inside basketball. Tuskegee taking it away now. Pennington with the basketball for TU. Lead behind there for Walker. Across the floor, Seasbury. Quick pass in the corner to Goins. Goins surveys, pushes back up top to Rodney. We're at 14 minutes remaining in this basketball game. Right side with the pass is Draper with 13 to shoot. Tuskegee, little movement this time. Pennington in the corner. Got it topped from behind. Back to RJ. Now Seasbury with 6. Up top, Pennington's got some space. DA with the 3.
Disheartening thing for a team to play good defense for 25, 28 seconds and then give up a basket right there. The only thing worse than giving up that basket is giving up a foul in this.
the front for Tuskegee. 13:30 remains in the ball game. 41-29. TU leads. Decker up top. Foul on extends on the jumper there. Rebound cleared by Pennington.
And that's where you guys have kind of owned this game. You guys are on the boards right now, Charles. But, this team has been out-rebounded a lot of times this season. So nothing surprising. They know how to play with their rebounding deficit.
Right now, Tuskegee with 30 rebounds compared to 22. Back the other way, Key Sincere got it lay in right side for the Maroon Tigers. So Sincere with his second field goal of the ball game for the Maroon Tigers. He's got 5 in the contest. Tuskegee leads it with 12:50 remaining. Right side, Draper out front. Noah pops out for the basketball. Left side to Walker. Entry pass too deep inside, and they throw it away. Hill comes clear with it from Morehouse, and they go back the other way now.
Yeah, Morehouse's defense is starting to get hot, and that's usually how we wind up winning games, as it's like Decker is called for the offensive foul right there, Charles.
Inside the paint, Amon a little bit out of control there inside the paint, rare for him. And we go back the other way, Tuskegee leading at 41-31. We're down to 12:34 remaining. Austin Taylor out on the floor now for Coach Benchy Taylor and the Golden Tigers. He replaces Rodney Walker in the TU lineup. It's Taylor, Pennington, Draper, Goins, and Seasbury, the 5 now for Tuskegee.
And for Morehouse, you have Peters, Key, Decker, Hill, and Watson.
Seasbury left side out front for Tuskegee now. Back over to Pennington. Bounce pass at the free throw line to Draper. Draper turns on Decker. Draper, jumper from there, whistle on the play. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot for Tuskegee.
And there's 2 quick fouls on one of Morehouse's most important players, and especially in the post, considering there's only about a 2-3 man rotation in the post for Morehouse. A lot of times you see a 4 out, 1 in with Morehouse there. So with Decker picking up 2 quick fouls right there, we're going to see how this really affects the ball game, Charles.
Draper at the line to shoot for Tuskegee. They lead by 10. Decker picks up his second. And Kasami working from that free throw line. Got that first free throw for Tuskegee. These free throws are going to be very important for the Golden Tigers down the stretch.
Checking in Cedric Taylor, the reigning SIAC Player of the Week, Charles, along with Chibizi OKK. Don't call him Kiki, it's KK.
The senior from Ellenwood, Georgia, out on the floor for Coach Whitler and the Maroon Tigers. Draper for the second. Got them both from the line that trip. Draper's with 7 free throws in this basketball game. Tuskegee with a 43-31 lead. Half-court set now for the Maroon Tigers. Hill pushes it to Taylor. Taylor doubled out front. Now Hill handles back out. Taylor surveys on the defensive side. Taylor pumping on Seasbury inside the paint. Doubled there, pushes in the corner. Jumper there in the corner. That one's knocked down by Sincere Key.
Can I give you a secret, Charles? Don't leave 3 or 13 open like that.
Well, Sincere's hit 2 back-to-back threes. So, yeah, that message is going to come loud and clear to the Golden Tigers.
Yeah. Sincere Key had a breakout game against Howard, going 5 from 6 from behind the arc.
43-34, Tuskegee with the lead and the basketball in a half-court set. Seasbury now works it left side. Kevin's got some space. Jumper partially deflected. Good block there out front by Watson. And here comes Morehouse back the other way. Quick step for OKK. Right across the floor, they work at the Sincere Key. Now inside the paint to the glass. On the penetration is Taylor, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for Morehouse.
But Charles, I want to thank you for allowing me to join you for this one segment. Got my grandson here. He's getting a little antsy and everything. Yeah. So got to take him back to Mama. I was able to find them. It's probably a good 12,000 people.
I was wondering how you did it so quickly. I was saying, come back when you get everything situated. You made it back quickly.
Exactly. But always, Charles, if it gets good down, I may have to come help you out, man.
All right. But let's hope it doesn't get good for Tuskegee's sake. How about that?
How about I'll be back?
AD Drew, Sports Information Director at Morehouse College.
And I see you at work on Tuesday.
Yes, sir. You will. All right. Thanks for joining us, brother. 11-14 remains in this basketball game. Tuskegee with a 43-34 lead over the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Play continues here. Got a timeout here. I believe this is a media timeout. Why don't we stay here? I've got some stats from right before the timeout. We'll keep it here as we take a look at some of the numbers so far. Morehouse starting to amp things up a little bit from the floor. They're at 14 to 35 at 40%, and 3 of 15 from behind the arc. Still dragging a little bit from the free throw line at 3 of 10, but their percentage from the floor has amped up a bit here. That's why they've cut into the deficit just a bit. Tuskegee from the floor, 16 of 50 at 32%. 3 Bob Restaurant's three-point baskets by the Golden Tigers out of 12 attempts and 8 of 13 shooting from the free throw line. Kevin Seasbury, 17 in the ball game for Tuskegee. I beg your pardon on that. That's Kasami Draper. Draper with 17. Draper already with a double-double in this basketball game. 17 points and 2 rebounds so far for Draper for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Draper, that is, had a double-double in the loss against Lane prior to this ball game. So Kasami really starting to amp things up on the offensive side of the floor for the Golden Tigers. 17 points, 10 boards so far, with 11:14 remaining in the ball game. Seasbury with 12 for Tuskegee, 5 for Pennington, 2 from Goins, 3 from Walker, 2 from Cambridge, and 2 from Boyce at the bench for Tuskegee. Morehouse led in scoring by Jamonte Hill with an 8, and Sincere Key, he's got 8 as well. They've got 6 from Armand Decker, 3 from Cedric Taylor. He's been quiet in this basketball game, and DeAndre Watson, he's got 4 for the Maroon Tigers in basketball play. Set to resume action now with 11:14 remaining, and Tuskegee with a 3-34 lead over Morehouse. Chip Culpepper out on the floor now for Tuskegee. He'll join Kasami Draper, Kevin Seasbury, Anthony Pennington, and Rodney Walker. The 5 for Tuskegee at the line for Morehouse. After the timeout, it's the sophomore Cedric Taylor, the 3rd at the line, shooting here for Morehouse. Chance for to be shooting 2 here at this opportunity from the free throw line. Glad you could join us here on GTSN. We're live in Oakland, California at the Oakland Arena for the NBA HBCU All-Star Challenge. The Golden Tigers of Tuskegee and the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College, as Taylor hits that first free throw on the 2-set shot here. He'll make it 43-35. One more coming. Taylor missed on the second, but the long rebound in the corner, tied up. Morehouse has another look. They push it right across the floor. Taylor dumps it down at the block and to the rack, and a missed shot there. Rebound tapped around. Draper had it, and he'll get it a second time for Tuskegee. Morehouse with a golden opportunity down low, right up under the cylinder, just not able to convert. So Tuskegee with it in a half-court set now, leading 43-35. Across the floor, Seasbury. Kevin for 3 up front. Bingo for Seasbury. He comes out of the timeout and rattles a 3-pointer for Tuskegee. His second 3-point Vibes Restaurant ball shot in this ball game, and Tuskegee extends its lead to 46-35. Half-court set now for Morehouse. Right side with it is Okeke. They dump it down low at the block, got an easy lay-in, but the shot was missed there. Seasbury comes away with the basketball, but Okeke took it away for Morehouse. He'll push it back out front. Morehouse with the basketball. Hill fires a 3-pointer. Back of the iron on the shot. A rebound. Morehouse got it and got another look here. In the corner. Sincere. He knocks it down in the corner. So Key, his third 3-pointer of this second half for Morehouse, cuts the deficit to 46-38, and a timeout taken by Coach Taylor and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Coach Taylor taking that timeout with 9:59 left, and you know the strategy behind that. He does not want to have his Golden Tigers fall behind on the scoreboard, so he took the timeout here to preserve that lead with 9:59 remaining in this basketball game. We'll take a break here on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. We are Tuskegee University basketball, and we are here to remind you.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative health care measures to protect you and your family from disease.
Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule.
That's why it's crucial to take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations.
Golden Tigers fans, let's all do our part and get back on track.
Protect yourself and others by making sure you're up to date on all recommended vaccines.
And that includes respiratory virus vaccine.
Tuskegee fans, don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information,
visit alabamapublichealth.com/IMM.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery. Elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Purpose, progress, people.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Golden Tiger fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Golden Tiger fans, don't wait, vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. We came to an HBCU All-Star Challenge basketball game, and a party broke out. They are just dancing in the aisles. They got Frankie Beverly cranked up here, and they are just going for it in between the breaks. Meanwhile, back on the floor after the timeout, we get a little vibe off of us here. Tuskegee misses on the jump shot there, and we'll go back the other way, and here comes Morehouse with the basketball. 9:35 left in the contest. This place is rocking, and it's rocking because there's 10,131 people in attendance here for this HBCU All-Star Challenge out in Oakland, California. I'll say that again, in an area where there's no HBCU remotely around, this place is packed with 10,000 plus watching an HBCU basketball game. You think the future of HBCU sports is dead? Think again. Timeout on the floor, a whistle called there, and a tie-up, and a half-court set on the Morehouse end of the floor. 9 minutes, 11 seconds remains. Tuskegee leads at 46-38 over the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Tuskegee with the basketball, full court pressure by Morehouse. Draper run on in the back court, got it back to Pennington. Over to Walker now. Tuskegee headed back the other way with 9:05 left in the contest. Out front, pressure by Okeke as Rodney handles out front. Up top to Culpepper. Chip left side Seasbury. Whistles down low. Draper fighting for position on Watson, and they're going to get Watson, the New Yorker, for the foul down low. And Watson's picked up his second personal for the Maroon Tigers. Non-shooting foul for Tuskegee. They'll get a fresh 20 on the clock, though. Under 9 minutes left. Far side of the floor. The inbound at Pennington. Out front, DA for three. Back of the iron on the shot. Went straight up and came down for Pennington and Tuskegee. So DA got the roll, his second three-pointer of the ball game. Tuskegee leads at 49-38. That one hit the cylinder, popped straight up, and came straight down. So three the hard way there for Pennington. And Tuskegee extends its lead. Pennington with 8 in the ball game after that triple. We're down to 8:54 left. And with time out here, they're going to review this to see if that was a 2 or a 3 for Pennington on that shot. SIAC officiating crew out here in Oakland this afternoon. Several of the officials there recognize them for conference play and throughout the SIAC throughout the course of the season. They'll get the right call on this. They got the advantage of the monitors here with NBA TV, True TV here, and they'll be able to make a good call on this in terms of whether it was a 2 or 3 on the shot by Pennington. And my, oh my, I wish you could just witness this crowd here inside the Oakland Arena. they are celebrating this HBCU All-Star Challenge. The NBA has done a fine job of organizing this, and these teams have brought their contingent in terms of their fan support here, and they have got to be surprised by what they've seen here in terms of this attendance. This HBCU All-Star Challenge, first time that these two historic HBCUs have been involved in this. Tuskegee, with its incredible brand that extends generation to generation and its impact on the military as it relates to the U.S., and Morehouse with its stellar brand as it relates to just being that stalwart of creating men of distinction, contributors to not only the culture and politics and business of America, but these two brands just jiving here at a one place out in Oakland, California, where the two brands come together to create a very unique atmosphere. After the timeout, they had it initially down as 2 on that, but it looks like they're going to give it up to 3 on it. 8:45 remains, and Tuskegee takes a 49-38 lead over the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. So Okeke now across the time pushes back out front to Hill and whistles away from the basketball. Foul going to be called on Culpepper, and Chip's kind of wondering what in the world did I do? Pepper for its second personal. Noah Goins back out on the floor now for Tuskegee. Half court set now for Morehouse, 8:37. Fans are continuing to sing even as play is resumed here. Out front, Okeke doubled out front. Draper jumped him out there along with RJ. And Okeke almost turned it over, but it'll stay with Morehouse. 8:31 left in the ball game. Golden Tigers sensing something special here, just staying very aggressive on the defensive end. Hill set to inbound it for Morehouse, got it into the hands of Taylor. Taylor slides down at the block, but there will be a foul call down there as Noah Goins catching up with that play, and Noah going to be guilty of the foul. So Noah just on the floor, and he picks up his second personal. And Coach Taylor going to counter now with Dylan Cambridge out on the floor now. He'll replace Noah after Noah picks up that foul. And actually, that was Noah's third personal, so he is taking a seat with 8:29 left with 3. Hill surveys, pushes in the corner. Sincere Key with a jumper. This one's off the mark. Draper clears for Tuskegee. And TU back the other way now with a 49-38 lead. Pennington in the backcourt now handles across the timeline for Tuskegee. Left side, Seasbury. Hill pulls out defensively. Draper sets us right side. Seasbury dumped it back inside, throw away. Trying to go there to Draper, but through the basketball. Hill had the tap and rotted it down for Tuskegee. 2-on-2 across the floor. Seasbury. Seasbury got the lay-in. RJ with the assist for Tuskegee. Seasbury running the floor. Good job by him. He's got 15 in the ball, 17 now after that basket for Tuskegee. Pennington almost with the steal there. Okeke, he's doubled out front of the whistle. They'll call the foul on Rodney. And Pennington almost coming away with the steal near the sideline. So Rodney commits the foul. That's his second. 7:43 remains. That means it's a timeout on the floor. Timeout comes with Tuskegee leading at 51-38 over the Maroon Tigers. More basketball ahead on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Golden Tiger fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Golden Tiger fans, don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery. Elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Purpose, progress, people.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. We are Tuskegee University basketball, and we are here to remind you.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative health care measures to protect you and your family from disease.
Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule.
That's why it's crucial to take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations.
Golden Tigers fans.
We're just enjoying themselves and a whistle, and we're going back, whistle back the other way. Tuskegee will have the basketball. They call a foul on the inside on Cedric Taylor for the Maroon Tigers. 7:28 remains in the basketball game. We got a vibration here. In the backcourt, Tuskegee with the basketball. Across the timeline, Draper. Draper goes up the floor, and he's fouled on the inside. Draper inside had Cambridge just a step or two ahead of him, but Kasami was trying to find a lane to dunk that basketball, and he's fouled. He'll be at the line shooting for Tuskegee. They call it all on Okeke for the Maroon Tigers. That's his second. And Draper to the line shooting for Tuskegee. So Kasami shooting two here. Sami's good on that first free throw for Tuskegee. He's got 8 free throws made in this basketball game for the Golden Tigers. Watson takes a seat for the Maroon Tigers. Draper with another coming from the line here. Draper for the second, missed on the second. A rebound fought for. Decker comes clear with it for Tuskegee, for the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Tuskegee extends its lead to 52-38. Set now. They got the wave going on here inside the Oakland Arena now as Decker handles out front. On the move to the scores inside for Morehouse. Good move by Decker. Strong move by him inside. He's got 8. And a foul call called on that. I believe they just got the players together. No, it looks like it was a foul called. So Decker got that basket. And a foul called on the inside. Sure which Golden Tiger was guilty of the foul. As they around. And the free throw with the basketball. Pennington across the top. Seasbury set now. Seasbury gives it back up top to Rodney. And what's in front defensively across the floor to Draper, and he threw it too deep. Walker across the floor, needless on that pass, and just threw it across the floor and too high for Draper. So you know that pass. 12. We're at the Walker defensively. Okeke lost his dribble, pushes it back out near the timeline with a pass to Key. Key got it by Pennington. Now on the move inside to the rack, and the left-hand lay-in is good on the penetration on the inside. The basket Tuskegee's got to be very careful here. Seasbury pushes up the floor to Pennington. Pennington with the quick step right side all the way, slipped at the block, and they'll get him for a travel violation. Seasbury rushing down at that block of Pennington, that is, just lost his footing, and the basketball back over to Morehouse. So the last couple of minutes, it's basketball games favor the Maroon Tigers in terms of them stealing some momentum here. They get a basket this trip down the floor. It'll be 3 consecutive baskets for them, but it's taken by, I believe it's taken by Coach Taylor and the Maroon, or the Golden Tigers. Tuskegee, Morehouse, Tuskegee leads at 52-42 over the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Let's take a break here on
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. We are Tuskegee University basketball, and we are here to remind you.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative healthcare measures to protect you and your family from disease.
Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule.
That's why it's crucial to take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations.
Golden Tigers fans, let's all do our part and get back on track.
Protect yourself and others by making sure you're up to date on all recommended vaccines.
And that includes respiratory virus vaccine.
Tuskegee fans, don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information,
visit alabamapublichealth.com/IMM.
After the timeout, Tuskegee on defense, basketball on the inside. Morehouse had a running shot there by Okeke, and they got a chance of a fresh 20 here after they missed on the shot. Down at the block, got a free man and a lay-in and a foul by Tuskegee. Decker got a lay-in left side. Tuskegee commits the foul at the block. They call the foul on Seasbury. That's his first personal, but Decker underneath got a lay-in, and he cuts that deficit for the Maroon Tigers. Decker with 10 in the basketball game now. We're at 5:46 remaining. Decker from the free throw line. Missed on the free throw. Draper clears for the Golden Tigers. Full court pressure now, and throws it over to Pennington in the backcourt. Full court pressure by Morehouse. Tuskegee's got to hurry and get it across the timeline. It's a 10-second violation. Tuskegee not able to get it across the mid-stripe before the 10 seconds. Draper got the rebound, but he was tied up immediately inside the paint on the other end of the floor. They just couldn't find anybody to get it to. That burned a lot of the time, so Tuskegee turns it over. Basketball back to Morehouse. Goins out of he'll replace Cambridge in the lineup with 5:35 remaining. Tuskegee's lead now 52-44. So it'll be Taylor far side of the floor to inbound it for Tuskegee now. And out front with the basketball is Decker. On a weave. Tuskegee, now the question's going to be, can Tuskegee get this basketball in play and get it across the mid-stripe to get into a half-court set? Morehouse sets up in full court pressure. Seasbury, Pennington in the corner. Pushes up the floor to Draper. Draper looking back instead of dribbling it across the timeline. Goes over to Walker, but he'll come across the timeline. Down in the corner. Hello. Okay. After that big basket by D.A. Pennington with just 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock, Tuskegee takes a 57-46 lead. Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College, and we are in the middle of a timeout, and this place is absolutely swaying. Inside the Oakland Arena, 10,000 plus here for this HBCU All-Star, and they are happy to be here. We are swaying to the music, the cheerleaders for both squads out on the floor, and almost everybody in the level of the Oakland Arena on their feet and dancing here. A sight to behold here in Oakland, California. Not sure if the NBA expected this, but I am absolutely certain that they are ecstatic by what they're seeing. Incredible crowd here. Both schools turned out their alums here in Oakland, and they are celebrating HBCU culture style inside this arena. Wall to wall, folks, and just having a good time. Set to resume action. Swag surf cam here inside the Oakland Arena, just catching the action of the fans, just enjoying themselves here. And a good basketball game to boot. Tuskegee leads 57-46 over the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Two teams from the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference all the way out here on the West Coast, and they've got them rocking. Basketball belongs to Tuskegee after a turnover and a half-court set by Morehouse. That came after D.A. Pennington hit a jump shot inside the paint with the D court double there. Got it over to Seasbury. Up the floor to Pennington. Double at the floor to 19 seconds on the shot clock. Tuskegee trying to slow things up a bit. Tuskegee trying to rush it along. 3:18 remaining. Pennington trying to get it to Draper. D.A. inside the paint. Bounces to Draper. Draper doubled, and a whistle going back the other. They're going to call a foul on the inside against Draper. That's going to be number 4. And with 3:10 left, Coach rolled the dice with Draper. Draper now with football game. 4 finished his contract. Fouled out of the last 2, which lost. But right now, Tuskegee leads in the ball. 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 13 points, 6 rebounds. Morehouse key with 12, and Armand one of 50 from the floor at 38. End of it with the first free throw. Okay, that's his first point of the ball game. He'll make it 57-47, Tuskegee by 10. And Okeke that'll make it 57-48. Full court pressure by Morehouse. Tuskegee in the half court set, and
Golden Tiger fans, I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the SIAC, and this is Golden Tiger Sports Network.
In communities where leaders are forged and legacies are born, the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference proudly celebrates the accomplishments of current and former students. From the playing field to the boardroom, they are the next generation of entrepreneurs, doctors, and executives.
Leaders rise here. Leaders rise here.
Leaders rise here.
Leaders rise here.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Back the other way, Cantone. Euro step left side, and she got the lay-in for Tuskegee. Jumper, right corner. Boland's true for Tuskegee. Boland, running jumper, knocked it down. It's exactly what Tuskegee needs. Tuskegee, nice bounce pass at the block. Flipper there, and he finishes with the flush for Tuskegee. BA for three. Oh yeah! Pin over to Kevin Seasbury. Alley-oop at the block. Crawford again. Now up top, Walker. Walker's free, fires a three, drains the three for Tuskegee.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. We are Tuskegee University basketball, and we are here to remind you.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative health care measures to protect you and your family from disease.
Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule.
That's why it's crucial to take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations.
Golden Tigers fans, let's all do our part and get back on track.
Protect yourself and others by making sure you're up to date on all recommended vaccines.
And that includes respiratory virus vaccine.
Tuskegee fans, don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information,
visit alabamapublichealth.com/INM.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery, elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Purpose, progress, people.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Golden Tiger fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are back to live action. A minute, 19 seconds left. Morehouse, Tuskegee with it in a half-court set. Apologize for the technical delay there. 63-53, Tuskegee leading Morehouse. Pennington in the corner, another big three. DA knocks it down for the Golden Tigers. Pennington with his 4th three-pointer of the ball game. Jumper back the other way, answering that one is a 2-pointer by Taylor for the Maroon Tigers. 58 seconds left in the basketball game now. Tuskegee with a 66-55 lead. Walker up to Pennington. DA across the timeline, across the floor, Draper. Runner to the glass, got it to fall inside. Draper with the field goal on the inside. An Alabama power point in the paint. Tuskegee with a 68-55 lead now with 45 seconds left. Taylor pushes a three, missed on the three. Rebound, Draper inside the paint for Tuskegee. Draper, the Utilities Board Tuskegee player of the ball game with 33 seconds left now. He's in the front court over to Seasbury. 28 seconds left. Seasbury in and out of the paint. Back to Pennington, 14 seconds left. They'll go the way of the Golden Tigers on the West Coast. They will defeat the Maroon Tigers in Morehouse. 16 seconds left. Turnover. Morehouse back the other way. Key with another long-range three-pointer. Missed on the shot. Rebound Pennington, and that should just about do it. Pennington wants to take a timeout, and they're going to take a timeout, and they're going to try to get everybody a chance to get on this floor for Tuskegee. Coach Taylor recognizing that this is a special ball game, an HBCU All-Star Challenge. This team may never get back here to this All-Star Challenge again, but he wants to make sure that everybody on that roster has registered as playing inside of this challenge. What a great gesture there by head coach Benji Taylor as he congratulates his starting five coming off the floor. And a great gesture where everybody on this roster, it'll be Christopher Whitmore, Bryce Cunningham out on the floor, Julian Watson out there, Trey Crawford out on the floor. It's off the clock as Watson handles off. There, President Mark Brown right there at the sideline for Tuskegee as the Golden Tigers win it 68-55 over the Maroon Tigers here in the HBCU All-Star Challenge sponsored by the NBA. What a performance by the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. They came out, really executed the game plan well from the very, very start, got it in a half-court set, and really did a good job of shutting down a lot of the stars for the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Cedric Taylor, Amon Decker, everybody's shaking hands right in front of our scores table. Those players, the star players from Morehouse, neutralized by that defense of the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. We told you at the beginning of this ball game, they were the number one team in the SIAC in field goal defense, number 2 in the conference in terms of three-point defense. But an outstanding job by that defense of the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee to turn that into the offense that led them to the win here against the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College on a Saturday afternoon of basketball here as the Golden Tigers win it over the Maroon Tigers 68-55. Take a quick break. We'll come back and take a look at the final numbers of the game, but it's the Golden Tigers winning it here at the NBA HBCU All-Star Challenge. Back after the timeout on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery, elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Purpose, progress, people.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. We are Tuskegee University basketball, and we are here to remind you.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative healthcare measures to protect you and your family from disease.
Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule.
That's why it's crucial to take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations.
Golden Tigers fans, let's all do our part and get back on track.
Protect yourself and others by making sure you're up to date on all recommended vaccines.
And that includes respiratory virus vaccine.
Tuskegee fans, don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information,
Visit alabamapublichealth.com/INM.
STEM careers are one of the fastest growing fields, yet women of color comprise less than 10% of the workforce within these high-paying jobs. Tuskegee University is changing this. In 2018, we were awarded a grant from the National Science Foundation to develop computer science career awareness for young African American women. In 2019, we established the Campaign for Leadership and Excellence Scholarship. It provides future female engineers with financial support to pursue their educational goals. Today, Tuskegee continues to educate African American women in STEM fields, empowering them to pursue their chosen careers and providing the foundation they need to transform science, medicine, and technology. If a STEM career is in your future, explore what Tuskegee can offer you.
And we're back live inside the Oakland Arena in Oakland, California. Get the Bible. Tuskegee winning at 68-55 over the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College, an SIAC matchup on the West Coast in the NBA HBCU All-Star Challenge. Let's take a look at some of the numbers to tell you how Tuskegee did it. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, 24-59 shooting from the floor. They started field goal percentage in the mid-30s, finished the basketball game at 41% shooting from the floor. 7 of 16 from behind the arc. That's 7 Vibe Restaurant three-point baskets for Tuskegee at 44%. And from the free throw line, 13 of 19 shooting from the free throw line. Most of that coming for Consani Draper. Draper, 10 of 16 shooting from the free throw line for Tuskegee. They finish as a team at 68% shooting for the floor. For the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College, 21 of 54 shooting at 39%. 5 of 23 shooting from behind the arc, and they were 8 of 21 shooting from the free throw line. For the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, the Utilities Board's player of the game, Kasami Draper. Draper finished with 22 points and 15 rebounds, his second double-double in a row for the Golden Tigers, and he could not have come through at a better time for Tuskegee because they needed him in this basketball game. Kevin Seasbury, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for Seasbury. Pennington with a couple of huge baskets for Tuskegee. Pennington finished with 16 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals, along with a block for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. They got 5 from R.J. Walker, 2 from Cambridge, 2 from Boyce, 2 from Noah Goins, and 2 from Cambridge as well for Tuskegee. For the Maroon Tigers, they had Sincere Key coming off the bench. He finished with 15. Armand Decker had 10. Jamonte Hill, one of the leading scorers for the Maroon Tigers, held to just 8 points in this ball game. Cedric Taylor, the leading scorer for the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College, he was held to 8 points in this basketball game as well. We talked about it in the pregame, that it's the defense for Tuskegee that leads to their offense, and the defense really shined clearly here this afternoon in Oakland, California. The defense leading the way, holding down the star players for the Maroon Tigers, which allow that offense for Tuskegee to take flight, and Tuskegee wins at 68-55 over the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. And the Golden Tigers will extend their mark now to 11-12, and they'll go to 9-8 in SIAC play with a win this afternoon over the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. For the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College, they will fall to 13-12 and to 10-7 in SIAC play. They will be in action on Tuesday. The Maroon Tigers will at home against the Tigers of Edward Waters College and more SIAC action. And for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee University, they will be on the road in Wilberforce, Ohio on Tuesday, traveling from Oakland to Wilberforce, and they will meet the Marauders of Central State on Tuesday at 7 p.m. in Wilberforce at Beacom Lewis Gymnasium. We'll have that action for you, of course, here on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. But right now, the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee getting set to enjoy the rest of NBA All-Star Weekend. They will take in the All-Star basketball game tomorrow in the NBA here in Oakland, California, and they will relish and enjoy this win that they had over the Maroon Tigers this afternoon here in a basketball game where the Golden Tigers won at 68-65. That will do it for our coverage here from the Oakland Arena. So glad you could join us for it. Special thanks to President Dr. Mark Brown here at Tuskegee University, Rolandis Rice, our Chief Operating Officer, to the Office of Communications and Marketing, and especially to our Athletics Director and the Executive Producer of the Golden Tiger Sports Network, Athletics Director Reginald Ruffin, to his able assistant Deborah Rogers, the Chief Deputy Athletics Director, Nick Brown, and to Jordan Benson, our Sports Information Director, and especially to Eric Tabor in our remote studios handling our coverage this afternoon while we're on the road here in Oakland. Final score once again, it's the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee winning at 68-55 over the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. That'll do it for our coverage from here. Charles Ward saying thanks so much for joining us here on GTSN. We'll see you on Tuesday we'll see you on Monday from Central State University. We'll have women's action on the Golden Tigers Sports Network, and then we'll have men's action on Tuesday as they fly in from Oakland. Until then, enjoy your evening. This has been a production of the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee fans, thank you for listening to the Golden Tigers Sports Network.